If you guys have been following the channel and you guys remember the NBA 2K24 ball hawk build that we did, it was my Alex Caruso / Derek White build. It was a very good build. It could knock down shots, it got contact dunks, it was able to hawk lanes, it could move a little bit, and it was very good. But in NBA 2K25, we have a brand new builder, and we've taken this ball hawk build to the next level. It still gets contact dunks, it has limitless range. With all of the new attributes and caps and everything, we're able to get Legend Interceptor in this build, so you know we're going to be hawking some of them lanes. And this build actually has pretty good playmaking as well. You can move and groove and do some things on it as well, and it is a very nice all-around build for you off-ball type players or whatever. It can play a little bit of the lock position too, maybe if you're playing rec or whatever. But without further ado, let's get right into this Alex Caruso build at NBA 2K25. What's good, everybody? It's your boy JD back with another NBA 2K25 build video. And today I got you guys the perfect 3-and-D off-ball type of a build. So if you're not one of those guys that's like a primary ball handler, whether you're playing random rec or you've got a group of friends or whatever you play with, and you've got a primary point guard, but you're looking for a build that can be a little bit more of a secondary ball handler, but can play really good defense, can still shoot, gets contact dunks, has a little bit of playmaking in it, man, I got the build for you. I've been having a ton of fun on this. I'm going to call it my Alex Caruso build. Still working on the face scan, by the way, so this ain't a perfect Alex Caruso face scan by any means, but I've been having a ton of fun on this build the first couple of weeks of NBA 2K25, and I think you guys are really going to enjoy it too. All I ask is that you guys drop a like on the video for me, subscribe if you're new. Let's head over to the builder and check out this 3-and-D ball hawk build. Let's go. Alright, so I don't want to waste too much of you guys' time. We're over here in the builder. We're going to put together this Alex Caruso build. We're going Alex Caruso for the name. I went Alex Caruso because right now he doesn't have a jersey in the NBA store. So if you go Alex Caruso right-handed, jersey number 9, gives you a chance to get the custom Thunder jersey like I had in the intro if you want to do that. But for this particular build here, we're going to go with the shooting guard position. I know you can go a little bit smaller, you could go like even 6'4" if you wanted to, but for my particular build I wanted to be more of like a shooting guard, small forward hybrid type of a build, so I ended up going 6'6" on my particular build here, and I went 218 pounds with a 7-foot wingspan, and I did that so I could get the 85 3-ball and still have an 85 strength on this build. So again, if you feel you want less strength, less 3-ball, whatever, more strength, less 3-ball, I guess I want to say, feel free to tweak this if you want to, but for this particular build, I went 6'6", 218, and the 7-foot wingspan. Now, starting down here on the physicals, I'm going to start down here again, like I do in all my videos, just because the physicals are tied into so many of the different badges with some of the other attributes and things like that. For this one, I'm going with an 87 speed, but again, because this is going to be a little bit of an off-ball type of a build, you know, you want to be able to move around the court a little bit, you want to be able to get up and down the floor, so 87 speed on this one. And then I'm also going with a 77 agility on it, mainly to get that slippery off-ball on gold. When you're moving around and trying to dex off-ball and get open to shoot, the 77 agility will get you the gold slippery off-ball. Again, it's also going to help you move off-ball on defense a little bit. It gives you those little short bursts for getting the lane steals and different things like that. You know, we're not quite totally sure at this point of the game, you know, how the agility works 100%. Some people think it's better than others, but for this one, I went 77. I feel like that's a pretty safe route to go. And like I said, on this build, I went 218 with a 7-foot wingspan because I wanted to have an 85 strength on this build. As you can see over on the right-hand side, it's going to help us get some of these other badges. And it's also going to help us wall up a little bit more on the defensive side of things. Again, being we're going to be, it's not really a lockdown type of a build. It's more of an off-ball type of a build. But when you are playing on ball, or if you're, you know, guarding on the perimeter or whatnot, or even in the paint, having that 85 strength, you know, on a 6'6" type of a build is definitely going to help you wall up, you know, the offensive player a little bit more and just help you out in general with box outs and different things like that. And then on the vertical, we're going to go 78. You know, like I mentioned in the intro, this build is going to have contact dunks, and to get those pro contact dunks, you do need to have a 78 vertical. So again, just covering this real quick, we're going with the 87 speed, 77 agility, 85 strength, and then the 78 vertical. Now let's go up here and we're going to start with the finishing first. We're going to go through all the different stats, and then I'll come back and we'll cover the badges. For the close shot on this, we're going to have a 69 close shot on this build. So again, you get under the hoop, you know, catch the ball on a cut or whatever, and you get under there. It's going to help you finish around the rim, you know, nice. With the driving layup, we're going to take it up to an 80. the driving dunk, like I mentioned, we're gonna have the pro contacts on this build. You know, nothing too crazy. We're gonna have the 89. 89 driving dunk was a nice sweet spot in NBA 2K24 as well, because you got the pro contacts off of one, along with other, you know, nice dunk packages. You get the Devin Booker dunk package, you know, along with some of the other, you know, quick, nice dunks in addition to having the contact dunks on there. But you know, we're gonna have this for being able to cut to the lane, get those types of things. Again, when you get like a lane steal and you're on a fast break, having the ability to get the contact dunks and everything is very nice. And you see, because we have the 89 driving dunk, it boosts our standing dunk up to a 39. We're gonna push that just to a 40 to get some of the basic under basket type of dunk packages as well. And then we're gonna leave our post control right here to 45. We're not really gonna be working in the post too much on this particular build. You know, if you guys saw the Larry Bird build I have, that one's a little bit more of a like, you know, bully ball type of a in the post with the high mid range and everything like that. But on this one, it's more of a your you know, shooting on the perimeter mid range, cutting to the hoop, you know, being able to finish with the layups and the driving dunks. Not so much working in the post. So you can see some of the badges here. We have Aerial Wizard on gold, and then having the 89 driving dunk, we have Posterizer on silver, along with that gold Aerial Wizard. And then having the 80 driving layup is very nice as well. You get Physical Finisher on silver, Float Game on silver, even though I feel like the floaters are not nearly as effective as they were in NBA 2K24. Maybe we'll figure them out as we go, but early on in the game, you know, a little bit to be desired in my opinion, but still having that 80 driving layup, you know, as broken as the layups and stuff are, you're going to be able to finish around the rim, you know, nice with this build, in addition to having the contact dunks. And then you also get the layup Mixmaster on bronze as well. So overall, this build is going to have, like I said, very solid finishing. It's a little bit of a do-all type of a build. So that's it for the finishing here. Moving down to the shooting on this build. Not you know, so much of a mid-range build. If you guys watch my Larry Bird build, we had a 92 mid-range on that one. You know, it's doing all the crazy fades and everything like that. This one's going to be a little bit more of your spot-up type of a build in the mid-range. You know, we can still do some things on it, don't get me wrong, but we're going to go with an 75 mid-range on this particular build. And then we're going to go with an 85 3-ball. And then down here for the free throw, we're going to bump this up just enough to have a little bit of free throw on there. Nothing too crazy, but we're going to have a 70 for the free throw on there. And then just running through these shooting badges real quick, you can see we just have some silver shooting badges. You know, nothing too crazy. Silver Deadeye, silver set shot specialist, the bronze shifty shooter, and then you can see bronze limitless range. You know, along with the other badges that I just mentioned. If you have your max +1 badges on your tier 1s, you could put it on any of these badges that you see here over on the right hand side. I would suggest maybe the set shot specialist for this type of a build. Again, it's going to be more of your 3-and-D spot up type of a build. And the reason I went 85 3-ball, you know, this was more of a personal preference thing. I think it was either 2K Labs or Toots, I can't remember. I'm going to put the graphic up here on the screen. Just showed the difference of having that 85 3-ball and the threshold as far as the consistency of the shooting goes. Now, if you figured out the shooting and you're shooting with a lower 3-pointer and you want to take this down to like an 83 3-pointer to keep the limitless range, you know, you could lengthen the arms out a little bit if you wanted to. By all means, do that. But again, this is just my build, how I built it. You know, so far I've seen, you know, the 85 3-ball is very consistent. You get some nice jump shots and everything to go along with it. Speaking of which, if you guys want to see the jump shot for this build, let me know down below in the comments, and I'll do a separate video on some different jump shots for not only this build, but for my other build, the Larry Bird build, and then the Chet Holmgren build that I'm going to be bringing to you guys here in the very near future as well. So again, this is going to be the shooting, very solid on this build. And like I said, it's no slouch on the playmaking side either. You know, I wanted to put a little bit of playmaking on this, even though it's not like a primary ball handler type of a build. So we put a 70 pass accuracy on here. 2K did add an extra, like, passing version, or passing style, I guess you want to call it, in NBA 2K25. It's the Paolo Banchero pass style when you have a 70 pass accuracy. So you're no longer stuck with no pass accuracy, or no pass style. If you go just to a 70, you don't have to go all the way up to 75 to get that extra pass style. So we're going to go with that because, we're not going to be a primary ball handler or anything like that. So we're not really too dependent on our passing. For the ball handle itself, we are going to take this up to an 80. That's going to give us Unpluckable on silver. You can see over here, you're going to have some other decent badges, handles for days. Strong handle on Hall of Fame, having the 85 strength, and then the 80 ball handle. So we're going to be able to move a little bit. You're going to get some very nice dribble animations. And then down here at the speed with ball, we're going to put that up to a 75, which is going to give us the silver lightning launch. Again, when you get your max +1 badge, you want to put that here and move a little quicker around. You want to put gold lightning launch on there. You certainly can. I know I skipped over this here. We're not going to be snagging boards too much or anything, but in the case that you are, you see with the 70 pass accuracy, you do get bronze break starter and bronze dimer, so you're able to move the ball around the court a little bit. You know, do some things there just to help out your teammates and everything. You know, nothing too flashy, but enough to get the job done. And again, like I said, with the 80 ball handle and the 75 speed with ball, you know, you're going to be able to dribble a little bit, create your own shot. You know, in addition to having the contact dunks and the high shooting on this build, you know, being able to move around and help out your teammates when needed. Definitely a plus there. So above average, I would say, on the playmaking on this type of a build. A nice solid do-all type of a build. Lastly, moving down to the defense, we're going to leave the interior defense right here at a 60. Being 6'6" with fairly long arms, you know, you can play pretty solid inside defense. You know, the 85 strength especially as well. So having a 60 is better than, obviously, better than, you know, no interior on it. Nice solid area. And the reason we kept it 60 is because we wanted to upgrade a couple of these other things here. Mainly being the perimeter defense, which we're going to take up to an 85. Get you Silver Challenger, Silver On-Ball Menace, and Pick Dodger, along with Gold Immovable Enforcer and Off-Ball Pest as your Tier 2 defensive badges. Me personally, I have my Max +1 Tier 2. I put it on Immovable Enforcer, so now I have Hall of Fame Immovable Enforcer. Just helps with cutting off the lanes and, you know, just getting the extra bumps and everything on the defensive side of things when you're off the ball. Or if somebody's driving into you, you know, making a cut or whatnot, you're able to cut them off a little bit, get some of them better cut-off animations and everything. Having the, you know, not only the On-Ball Menace on Silver, but having the Immovable Enforcer. Like I said, I got the Max +1, so mine is on Hall of Fame personally. And then the steal down here, making this type of a ball hawk type of a build, we had to have a high steal in here. And I feel 94 steal is a very nice sweet spot so far in the first few weeks. I feel like they've toned down the lane steals a little bit. But you can see over on the right-hand side, having the 94 steal, not only do you get Gold Glove, but you have a Hall of Fame Interceptor with 94 steal, which also gives you two different options here. You can either take this up to a 98 steal when you get your cap breakers to get the Legend Interceptor, or you can use your Max +1 when you have your Tier 1s and move it up to a Legend status Interceptor as well, which is what I plan to do. I really want to test out the Legend Interceptor. Right now I'm still on Gold. I'm just shy of getting mine on Hall of Fame right now, so maybe I'll give you guys an update once we get that far. But 94 steal again seems to be a nice solid sweet spot. For the block, we're going to take it up to a 74. Again, not quite up to 78, but you are going to get the bronze high flying denier, chase down artist type of, you know, animations. If you want to add some cap breakers to this, or like I said, if you feel more comfortable with an 83 3 ball, you can bump this down a little bit, which then would allow you to have 78 block and get the silver chase down. You know, if you want to take this down here to a 68, which is all you need to get the bronze high flying denier, by all means you can do that. Use your attributes somewhere else. I'm showing you guys my personal build. I went 74 on mine just to get the bronze paint patroller. I don't feel like you can go wrong having, you know, a higher block, even if it's not necessarily the 68 threshold and it's not quite hitting the 78. Just helps with the contests and everything on the perimeter. I feel like you get some better animations the more block that you can put on a build. So 74 block. And then moving here down to the rebounding. When you get on the shorter builds, offensive rebound seems to be a little bit cheaper. I can see that a little bit on the bigger builds, so I wanted to have some rebounding on this. So what I did is I went all the way up to a 70 on my offensive rebound, which then pushed my defensive rebound to a 55. But by going 70 on the offensive rebound, gave us bronze rebound chaser, and then also gave me silver box out beast, which you do need a 70 offensive or defensive rebound for. And then there you have it, guys. That's going to complete the build. Nice, solid, all-around build. Like I said, it gets contact dunks, 85 3-ball, so you're having limitless range on bronze. You can do a little bit on that side of things. Just enough playmaking to be able to move and groove, get yourself to the hoop, create your own shots, and then the solid all-around defense. Like I said, I'm really digging this build so far. The first couple of weeks of playing on it, you see the shades of it's Eddie Jones, Herb Jones, and then Alex Caruso, just like I referenced in the intro, and kind of how my player's looking right now. The build name is a two-way inside-out shot creator, and man, that's the build. I may do some type of a 6'4", all-around, you know, hybrid lock, two-way type of a player. Again, layer maybe a little faster, a little bit more, you know, different attributes and stuff to it, but this is the one I'm rocking with right now, and I'm really enjoying it. You know, if you guys like my ball hawk build I did in NBA 2K24, I really think you're gonna like this type of a build. And so that's all I got for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this build, and hopefully this build helped you guys out. Like I said, if it does, don't forget to drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, stay tuned, I got another center build coming for you guys soon, so don't forget to subscribe, put on your post notifications, and that will be on its way before you know it. But like I said, appreciate you guys for all the love and support. I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.